Hey everyone, Loves Trains here. You've joined me this afternoon at Ebbsfleet International Station on the international platforms with a Class 374 Eurostar unit. Today we will be taking this unit back from the capital of France, Paris, heading towards the capital of England, London. Hence why they named some of the Class 373 units the Three Capitals, usually implying the three capitals of the three companies that the Eurostar serves: London, Paris, and Amsterdam. Oh, and Brussels as well. Okay, well there are four capitals, but there we go. Today we'll be taking this unit to London St Pancras International on a reasonably chilled service. I'm going to go ahead and set up this train while the passengers begin their embarkation. Cab light. No, there's no key on this train. And there's no AWS either. This is a reskin of a ICE Valero D unit and is in the full 16 car formation for realism and effects. The platform is strangely too short. Never used to be. Okay, for no real reason or purpose, the platform is too short, and there's another Eurostar heading back that way. Now, this is a scenario that I've made myself, so it's a bit scratchy, and it's quite an old scenario that I've made, so it's not very good at all. The doors are now closed, so we're going to take this service off. There are some lovely sounds on this pack. Right, so we are now heading off into the HS1 tunnel. Give a small toot of the suspicious horn here and put the headlights on full. We do have access to a sander, a regulator, second speed selection, the reverser, the circuit breaker, pantograph selection, PVC, even though this train is the Eurostar, they were not fitted with that. And access to a couple of these. No, not anymore. Okay. We do have a handbrake here and an emergency escape hatch. Maximum speed listed there, and an untouchable switchboard, which is a shame. Fortunately, this is a train sim world, so you can't breathe on all the little switches, which is a shame because I enjoy that. We're now heading into the tunnel, so it's heading off. I don't actually know what the Eurostar horns sound like to know whether the horn is right on this service. We are gaining a bit too much speed with a 16-car train coming downhill. I've put a wee bit of brake on just to avoid it from going splat, and we do now have a long tunnel all the way through this bit that's glitched out, but we have now got a 140-mile-an-hour speed limit. The way that these trains work is slightly confusing, and I haven't read the whole control guide to remember, but they do have some form of battery on board, which is why if you fully release the brake, something trips and it stops working for no real reason. But then you just have to do this for a bit, up and down with the speed set adjuster. There is a cab light in here, or there should be. There is a cab main and cab central lighting. is somewhat lacking. Either that or I just really cannot turn it on, which is more likely. Anyway, we have now come out and we are travelling at 80 miles an hour of the 140 the maximum speed limit. Zooming up over here on this bridge and just passing over the QE2 bridge or the Dartford Crossing. The Dartford Crossing, for all of those who don't know, is a tunnel and road bridge, as shown here and here, that connects Dartford and the south bank of the Thames, if I'm not mistaken. No, that isn't right. It's a crossing that links Dartford and Gillingham. No. Right, I can't remember what the Dartford crossing does, but it definitely goes from Dartford, hence the name of the Dartford crossing. I've just had a thought about this scenario. For all of you who happen to live in the southeast, you will know that this scenario is very, very wrong, by the fact that this train is travelling on the wrong side of the track. Now, I think the plan for the service is that it will change us over at some point, because unfortunately the smarts of this service, the smarts in Train Simulator for route correction is somewhat limited, and is also why this unit is 40-20 on this end and something else on the other. I think I changed it. 40-40. Okay, that's just because of the dovetails dynamic numbering thing, which is why it now does. It now has multiple numbers. Anyway, soaring past here at 121 miles per hour with a somewhat boring sound set. If any of you have travelled on the Eurostar recently, you may realise that this unit is painted in the old Eurostar livery, or old Eurostar logo at the very least. But to be honest, I prefer this logo, it just looks better. I guess it's probably got something to do with the merging with Thales in October 2023, but this is just good. This was the best American. And the 37, when the 370s were white, I like the standing up and slightly laying down. But in my opinion, the current Eurostar logo is not the best. Anyway, we are now travelling at 138 miles per hour. 139 there. And I believe the service is capable, this set at the very least is capable of doing 186 miles per hour. Hopefully we'll be able to just do a quick nip up to 160. But we are going to have to be careful when we pass through Stratford International to avoid making a mess when we come out of the tunnel and ending up in heat. Then we are doing 150. Seeing as the tunnel is completely straight, I am tempted to just see how fast I can actually go. 155. 57, 58, 59, 60. Moral of the story, the Eurostar can do 160 miles an hour. Do not try this at home. You may end up with a derailment. This guide here suggests how much left, right, forward, backwards movement that you train is doing. If it is in the red, you are turning the corner far too quickly. I do not quite know why it's wobbling. Anyway, we are now heading up towards Stratford International, which is hopefully where... no, I am mistaken. There are a couple of 395 units dotted around, and I'm sure I left something up here. Yes, there's some services up there as well. We are speeding again. Sorry. Pretty sure there are some 395s in Stratford for us to have a look at as we pass 140-ish miles per hour. Strangely, the power handle here is measured in kN, which is newtons, which is strange. You think you should measure it in my opinion, on a train like this, I would measure it in percent or amps. Because here it's doing 150 amps, give or take. There's some services here, class 395 unit dotted around. Yay. And now we are gliding back into the tunnel life for our journey on continuing to St Pancras International for the remaining 5 miles of our trip. On the scenery side, this journey is kind of limiting. If it were available, I would do this instead from Ashford International to Ebbsfleet International, because that's outdoors. But unfortunately, the train simulator, London to Faversham High Speed, is dated 2014 and does not have the branch to Ashford, even though it has been built for the use of HS1 via HS1 with routes via London Waterloo to the English Channel, London Waterloo to France. That's what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, they did not include that. However, in Train Sim World, they did. I suppose Train Sim World was made slightly later. They'd done it before. They had some standpoint. But unfortunately, there is no Eurostar in Train Sim World. I know that some YouTubers that I've watched have tried reliverying trains into Eurostar livery, but it's not quite like the Valero that I'm driving here, which is a reskin. There was no direct purchase, because unfortunately I'm too late to buy the AHS Railworks class 373, which I would absolutely love to have, but unfortunately AHS Railworks have closed, which is a big shame. And if anybody out there who works for AHS Railworks happens to be watching this video, I would really like to see your class 373 pack back, because unfortunately I had not got into Train Simulator before you brought it out. I know that is kind of one of those, well, that's a shame, boy, but I really would like to see it again, because all the websites I look at say AHS Railworks no longer exists, look somewhere else. And the AHS Railworks website, which is currently hosted by Weebly, says no, Webley, sorry, says, yeah, they don't have this website anymore. Right, we are going far too quickly. The signal here does tell us we are on the final approach to the end of our journey, and you can see the most of the grand station at St Pancras International. We are going to pull in here alongside some of the other Eurostar and high-speed 1 units, which is where our journey terminates. We'd like to thank you for travelling with Eurostar on this service from Paris-Gare du Nord to St Pancras International, London, and we wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey. Please ensure you have all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train, and ensure you mind your step between the train and the platform. Sorry guys, my French is not that good, I'm not going to repeat that. Please take care when stepping down from the train, and if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. I don't know whether they say that on the Eurostar. Bad luck, you did not complete the scenario successfully. What did I do wrong? I think I just didn't. The reason it says bad luck is because I have not set what completing the scenario actually is. So it will just say you failed every time. So guys, I'm not publishing this scenario because a lot of people won't like a scenario you can't win at. Oh, this is a strange glitch with the Eurostar headings. Right, now we just have to make sure that we can come to a stop before we hit the buffers. Which is doable, because they do it every single time they drive to straight. Oh. Ah. I got cut off in my video. Okay, well, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, which did unfortunately end 3 minutes earlier than I had planned, and in a very, very sudden, this thing kicked you out. I'd like to thank you for travelling with me on the Eurostar E320 unit from Ebbsfleet to London. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. I'm sorry you never got to see me park it and open the doors, because now all those people are sitting there on a stopped train. That makes me really sad. I might have to go and change that scenario to make it work. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'd like to give a special word of thanks to Elena, who made this reskin. If you do happen to watch this video, it's a very, very nice reskin, and I do enjoy driving it. It's a shame that they have the route for the Lille Europe to Ashford International is no longer available. I would like to see another one of those, but unfortunately, no. Not much can be done, and I'm not one for making routes, so I don't think I would have the sufficient skill level to create a route like that of my own. Until next time, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again in the future.